Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ulrike. I am a K-beauty and skincare content creator. And today, I'm taking out my trash with you. All right, it's a pretty full box. And most of it is kind of large packages, so it might look more than it actually is. But we'll see. We're just going to go through it. And we'll start with the biggest one, maybe, to just already get rid of that. The most voluminous one. Voluminous. And it is the Illiyoon Ceramide Atto Lotion. This is 600 milliliters, so it's really quite a huge bottle or packaging. And I just fell in love with this body lotion. This is probably the best body lotion I've ever tried. I hate using body lotion. I do it every day, but I really don't enjoy it because I hate stickiness on my skin, especially if sticky skin then touches fabric. I go a little bit insane. I don't have super dry skin, but I do get quite sort of dehydrated skin, and I have keratosis pilaris on my legs and especially on my arms. So I do need a good moisturizing body lotion, and so I always look for one that kind of sinks in fast. This sinks in like that. It sinks in so fast, and it makes skin super soft. Probably the most skin softening, comfortable feeling body lotion I've ever tried. I have already reordered this from Olive Young. They have like a value pack where you get this huge bottle and then an extra face cream as well for I think around $25. It's worth it in my opinion because it is nothing tops this body lotion. It's so good. If you have up to slightly dry skin, this is fantastic. If you have super dry skin, I would go for another Illiyoon body lotion because I think for that it is not rich enough, but it does really make skin just so. I love this. Oh, like 10 out of 10. All right, let's go by volume again and go for this one, which most of you probably know. This is, of course, the ordinary glycolic acid 7% toning solution. I don't use this on my face, but I do use it all over the rest of my body. The main thing that I use it for is for my scalp as an exfoliating treatment. It is much cheaper than getting one of the other fancy exfoliating scaling products from Western brands. It does exactly the same. You just kind of get rid of debris on your scalp and it works like a charm. It also works really well for rough skin on your elbows and on your knees and under your armpits. Like you can just use it for everything. I probably repurchase this again, and I love it. That's all I can say. I wouldn't use it on my face, though. I think it's way too harsh for the face. Okay, and then we have this, which I'm feeling not many of you will know. This is the Uriage Fluid Dermo-Cleansing Fluid. Roseliane is the skincare range. Uriage is a really great French pharmacy brand. Very popular in Korea, by the way. I live close to the French border here in Germany, so I actually bought this in France. I sometimes go over there to a French pharmacy shop because either there's certain things you can't get here in Germany or it's just cheaper in France. And this I really like. This is just a cleansing fluid for sensitive skin and redness prone skin. And the way you use it, you put it on your dry skin and then you don't wash it away with water, but you use a wet cotton pad, or I have microfiber cleansing pads, and then you wipe it off with that. So it's very gentle, but it is actually quite thorough. Not that strong on makeup, but I love to use this on days where I don't wear makeup and where I just kind of need a quick first cleansing step in the evening from getting rid of the sunscreen and things like that. And for that, it's just been wonderful because it's really so, so gentle. I would definitely repurchase this. All right, let's go for this. I don't know if anyone knows this one, because I feel this brand is not as well known, also because of the light packaging. My lighting doesn't catch it that well. So this is the Barr Cosmetics Centella Asiatica, Centella Calming Gel Cleanser is what it's called. Barr Cosmetics is a Korean brand. I do think they solely sell to the Western market. I believe they're not known in Korea, but I really, really like their products. They're very gentle. They're usually fragrance-free and alcohol-free and very focused on ingredients that are known to work. So this one contains Centella Asiatica extract and a little bit of PHA, a little bit of gluconolactone, plus some soothing ingredients and very, very gentle surfactants. I used this so, so much, especially when my skin was a little bit sensitized. And I really, really enjoyed this. It gives a very, very gentle foam. It still cleanses very thoroughly, but it respects your skin barrier. This is a great one if you have very sensitive skin. It's fragrance-free, alcohol-free. Have a look at Barr Cosmetics. They have some really, really great products targeting especially redness-prone, sensitive, dehydrated skin. I'm a huge fan of this brand. All right, then we've got, let's go for the toners. We've got two toners. One of them very popular. This is the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner. Although this is the fragranced one. I think the fragrance-free one is the popular one. And this is the Aromatica Vitalizing Rosemary Concentrated Essence. I love both of those so much. This one, I think if I ever repurchase, I would get the fragrance-free version. The fragrance didn't super bother me, but I do think it's unnecessary. It's just kind of a really strong lavender scent. Lavender essential oil doesn't actually do that much for skin. It's often used in Korean skincare for sensitive skin, but it actually can aggravate sensitive skin quite badly. So it's not my favorite. I like to use it for aromatherapy, but I don't necessarily need it on my skin. So I would get the fragrance-free one. This is super hydrating, still very lightweight. I super enjoyed this. It also lasted forever. This took me a long time to finish. So, and for that, it's usually quite affordable. You can get it at Stylevana for around $10. So yeah, great product. I think a great beginner's toner as well for younger people who might not have as much money. It's great. Again, get the fragrance-free one, because the fragrance honestly just doesn't add anything. And this one I've talked about before in an underrated K-beauty video. I really love this. It is a little bit pricey. It's usually around $40. But for me, the rosemary essence worked really well to calm down redness. It's packed full with antioxidants. It's surprisingly hydrating, and it works really well if you have oily, acne-prone skin. I do still think it's one of those products that I wish more people knew about, because it's flying under the radar a bit, and I truly loved it. Also lasted me forever, and I would definitely repurchase if I didn't already have so many new things. So maybe not right away, but maybe in the near future, because again, really loved this. And then I also emptied these toner pads. These are the PHAming Fresh pads from JAYJUN. JAYJUN. These ones I super enjoyed, would also repurchase. I don't think they're as good as the well-aged ones that I've shown you before, the Cica ones. Those to me are still the best exfoliating pads that I've ever tried. These contain a little bit of fragrance. It didn't bother me, but again, most people don't want fragrance in their skincare. What I really liked about these ones, they are exfoliating, they contain PHA, but they also are very, very hydrating. They contain rose water, I think hyaluronic acid and glycerin from what I remember. And I really always felt that my skin was super nicely hydrated after using them. They do help a little bit with sort of just preparing your skin for makeup. But again, I think the well-aged ones are a tad better. So the well-aged ones are probably the ones that I'm going to repurchase once they're finished. But I really, really do like these. A mix of exfoliating and hydrating, very lovely. And then I finished some more toner pads. I finished these ones. Finally, because this took me a long time, because honestly, I didn't like them that much. I got these because I've heard they're really popular in Korea. This is the Keenoniks Camo Cleansing Pads with cabbage and moringa. And I thought that sounded really interesting. But honestly, I don't think they're that great. I like that they were quite large. The pad itself is as large as the box, basically. Sometimes I find these exfoliating pads a little bit flimsy, a little bit tiny, and it's kind of annoying to drag them over the face. I like that a lot. But they kind of foam up, which I found very weird. I felt I have to kind of rinse my face after using them, which I feel I shouldn't have to after using a pad. I think they are more meant as a cleansing step almost. And I just didn't find them either very hydrating nor very successful as exfoliating pads. They also kind of aggravated my skin a little bit. I always felt when I used them, my skin got red. So not very successful. I really struggled to finish them and I wouldn't get them again. I think, again, the well-aged ones, much better. And then I finished this one. And this, of course, is the very famous, very popular I'm From Honey Mask. This is, I think, my second jar, or maybe my third even. This time I have to say I struggled a little bit to finish it. I don't know if they changed the formula. I feel they did because it used to be better. Or maybe my skin has changed. I'm really not sure what happened. But it just didn't feel as hydrating anymore as it used to. I used to put on this mask and then wash it off and my skin would just be so glowy and plump and hydrated and moisturized and just so gorgeous. And now it always just kind of felt like, just very normal. And for that, I find it quite pricey. So I don't know. I don't know if they changed the formula or again, my skin is just different now. But this time I wouldn't repurchase this. It's from Wishtrend as well. It's a Wishtrend brand. And as I've said before, I don't really support Wishtrend anymore because I feel they're very exploitative to smaller creators. And so, yeah, not a repurchase. Used to be a really favorite product of mine, but I'm just doesn't really work for me anymore, unfortunately. Okay, and then I also finished 2 serums. Now this one's really old. They've actually changed the packaging now. So that tells you how long I've been using it and trying to use it up. This is the Torriden Dive-In Serum. Super popular, super bestseller. Everyone loves this serum. I was kind of underwhelmed by it. It's fine. It's fine. It's a fine hydrating serum, but I don't quite understand the hype. The cream from this line is amazing, the gel cream, and I adore it. But the serum I was just always kind of dragging out using it up because it's just not that exciting to me. It hydrates and it hydrates fine, but nothing special. So I wouldn't necessarily repurchase it. And I don't understand the hype fully. Go for the gel cream. The gel cream is fantastic. And then this, I've actually done a full review on this channel. It's the Numbers In No. 3 Skin Softening Serum. Absolutely love this. It's super hydrating. It really softens the skin. And it just contains so many good ingredients for skin health and for anti-aging. Fantastic serum, in my opinion. Then I have an eye cream and a regular moisturizer. both very used up. I really squeezed the last bits out of them. So this is a Dr.Ceuracle Royal Vita Propolis 33 capsule eye cream. I like this a lot. I don't know if I was super mega overwhelmingly in love with it. I'm trying eye creams at the moment that I'm liking more, but it was very gentle. It was hydrating. It really worked well on my under eye area, which is quite sensitive. So yeah, this was good. It was okay. It was okay. And then this one I love. It's from a brand that I also consider to be highly underrated in the West, very popular in Korea. And it's the Lab Prebiotic Cera Cream. The Lab really so popular as a derma brand. They also make fragrance-free and alcohol-free, sensitive skin-friendly products. Their moisturizers are fantastic. I've tried all three of them and I loved all three of those. The only thing with this cream, which is it has a really nice gel texture, beautiful if you have skin barrier issues and if you're more on the combo skin side. If you're dry skin, try their hyaluronic acid cream. This one is more like a fluid almost, but still hydrating and moisturizing. The only thing is, because it's fragrance-free, it contains probiotics and it makes it smell like slightly off yogurt. It smells like yogurt that has gone off like the first day it's gone off. So always leaves a weird smell in your nose when you apply it. But otherwise, I loved it. The Lab, fantastic brand. I've yet to try a product that I haven't completely adored. Okay, and then I also finished this, which my camera for some reason doesn't catch. But you know this one, don't you? It is a very popular sunscreen at the moment. And it is the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Hyalu-Cica Water Fit Sun Cream. I love this. I really did. It's very lightweight. It's fantastic, I think, if you have more oilier skin. Super hydrating, not too overwhelmingly moisturizing, which I prefer for my skin type. I don't really need this to perform as well as a moisturizer. I just want a little bit of hydration and that's about it. And this is exactly giving me that. It's also pretty much white cast free, fragrance free, alcohol free, very sensitive, skin friendly. Absolutely nothing to say about this except positive things. Nothing negative I can even think of. One of my favorite sunscreens from Korea I've tried lately. The hype is 100% deserved and I would always repurchase this. I just have like 6 different sunscreens to test out. So I won't repurchase at the moment, but it is a highly recommended sunscreen for most skin types, I would say, except maybe super dry skin because it's not super moisturizing. I'm trying to be fast today with my video because my neighbors are renovating their flats. So they've been drilling nonstop since 9 a.m. and now it's around 1 p.m. And also they started just listening to loud music. So I'm just trying to get through this so that I can leave and maybe work at a cafe or something. Working from home in this house is fun because someone's always loud. All right, so what else is in here? Oh, another hyper popular product. This brand just exploded. They must have just bribed every TikToker out there to make everyone they basically turned into the quintessential K-beauty brand, which is funny because up until recently, they've not even been available in Korea. They've just marketed to Western audiences. And it is Beauty of Joseon, and this is the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty cream, which, yes, I have finished completely. Took me a while. I do like this a lot. It's maybe not a hyper favorite of mine, but I do think it is very lovely. It is hydrating. It's more of a fluid or gel type. So works best, I think, for dehydrated skin, combo skin. It does also contain a few anti-aging ingredients. So it works well if you're in your 30s as a sort of well-aging first step sort of cream. Not enough for dry skin. I saw someone say it's a dupe for the Sulwhasoo ginseng cream. I'm still baffled by that because the Sulwasu ginseng, concentrated ginseng cream, has a completely different texture, is much richer, and is meant for women 40, 50 plus who really want extreme anti-aging, firming sort of action. This won't give you that. Beauty of Joseon, it is an affordable brand. So all the products are good. I think the sunscreen is fantastic. I do really like the cream, but it is always a bit of a watered down version of those other premium Hanbang brands. So yeah, it's a fine product. I really like it. I don't think that the brand always deserves the extreme hype it is getting, because it's, to me, there's other stuff out there that is often better. In my opinion. And the influencers that are pushing Beauty of Joseon, sometimes I feel overpromise what the products can do. I think it's a great beginner brand. It's great for someone who doesn't have a huge budget. And again, some products I really, really like. I love the sunscreen. I really like the ginseng essence. But some of their stuff is no, I don't think it's that great. The serums in particular. So, but the cream was good. I wouldn't repurchase it at the moment because, again, I have too many other things to get through, and I don't know if it wowed me enough that I'm just craving to have it back in my routine. But it is a very good first step as a sort of anti-aging or well-aging cream that is still light and works really well for people, I want to say, predominantly in their 30s. If you're a bit older, I think you need a little bit more. And it is only for oily to combo skin. I wouldn't use it for dry skin. It's not enough for that. Right, we're almost done. As I said, I tried to be fast because of my crazy neighbors. I wanted to show you this little vial that I finished because I really like this and just kind of needed to talk about it. This is the Biossance Squalane plus Vitamin C Rose Oil. I love this, and I really wish the full size wasn't as pricey as it is. I keep kind of waiting for a sale where I can maybe afford it because I really want this back in my routine. I use a facial oil pretty much every night because I do a little face massage because I have huge trouble with water retention and I get a really puffy face, especially during hay fever season because my sinuses swell up so much that it kind of blocks the flow of lymph in my face, especially here. And so I do a facial massage every day. I also get TMJ, so for that as well, I use a gua sha and a face oil. And this one I've really just been loving. It is very lightweight and it's really just so pleasant to use. It contains, I believe, rose essence from what I remember, rose extract and rose essential oil. The essential oil didn't bother me. And the vitamin C part, I don't think it really contains any significant amounts of vitamin C, so I don't think it's brightening or anything, but it just works really well as a very light massage oil. To me, it just had the perfect texture and it didn't break me out. A lot of facial oils break me out. I really loved this so much. Biossance, it's a clean beauty brand with sometimes, I think, questionable marketing, but I really still super enjoyed this, I have to say. And then, last but not least, 2 makeup products. These 2. And let's start with this one, which is a pretty famous, popular cult product. I don't think it's as popular anymore with the Gen Z crowd. It's more of a Gen X thing, I think. But back in my days, this was pretty much the only under eye brightener that you could find anywhere. And it was, of course, the most expensive one. I remember being in my 20s and not having a lot of money and always kind of getting the money together to afford this, because still to this day, I think this is the best under eye brightener. I've never found anything work as well, and I've tried I don't know how many dozens of concealers, and it's the Yves Saint Laurent or YSL Touche Éclat. Yeah, I've been using this truly since I was a teenager, I want to say. And again, I did not have a lot of money. I usually wouldn't buy high-end products. But this one, I think I once bought after having a job, like a holiday job, where I made a little bit of money. And being the beauty person that I am, even back then, to the dismay of my parents, I would invest my pocket money or extra money into mostly makeup or skincare products. And this was always like my treat that I would get, because even back then I had really strong sort of puffiness and under eye bags, and also back then I had quite a lot of dark circles. Not as much anymore as I age, weirdly enough, but back then for sure. Maybe I just didn't sleep enough. And this, again, it's the best. It's the best one. There's nothing like it. I've tried so many different ones. I've tried the NARS one. I've tried drugstore ones that are always super hype. Nothing for me works as well, especially now as I age and getting quite wrinkly here, actually. And the puffiness is kind of more extreme because everything's kind of sagging. This still is the only thing that really works with my skin tone, so it doesn't look too bright or too sort of clown-like, and it really reflects the light back so naturally that it's just super flattering, even if you're quite wrinkly, and it doesn't sit as badly in the under eye wrinkles. A little bit it does, because I don't think you can find anything that will not wrinkle and sort of create these sort of pockets of product when you're over 40. But I think out of all the stuff that I've tried, this is pretty much the best one. The only other one that I find even better is from Sisley, but that one costs like €100. So that one I've only been able to afford once in my life and then never again. So this is at around €30. This is still kind of doable because it lasts forever. I use it all the time, and I have to repurchase it maybe every 5 months, if that. So I think it's really worth the money. Nothing compares to Touche Éclat, in my opinion. Guys, I don't know what's going on today, but today has been such a chaotic day. Also, my hair is so frizzy. It's been raining nonstop. Anyway, this is a #authentic video, I guess, because everything's just kind of a bit strange today. It's Mercury retrograde. That's probably what it is. Anyway, last product is this one, which now looks different because they unfortunately, and I'm heartbroken over it, have completely revamped the packaging and the formula, and it's just not the same product anymore. I repurchased it, and I hate everything about the new one and will not ever repurchase it again. But the old one, this one was my favorite brow mascara. It was from Etude House, the Color My Brows brow mascara, and it had the world's best, I don't know if you can see that, the world's best mascara wand, because it was long and it kind of just gripped the brow hair so well, because it wasn't as flimsy and wiry as with so many other brow mascaras. And so yeah, the old version, this version I really love. The color was perfect for me as well. The new one is super orange in color, which doesn't work for me at all, and the wand is a disaster. So yeah, this one I love. The new one, do not buy it, it's terrible. I found good replacements now. The Hince brow mascara is fantastic. I bought that one. And what's it called? Heroin, the Japanese one. I'll write it down somewhere. Was it Kanmake? No, I think it was Heron Kiss Me Brow Care or something like that. That one is fantastic too. Those two I now always use. And yeah, bye-bye, old version, which I loved. You served me well, but unfortunately the new one stinks, to be honest. That was it. My skincare empties of the past weeks in this chaotic video. I don't know how much translates onto screen, but my camera has been overheating, my hair is frizzy, my neighbors are insane, they're just so loud. I don't know what's going on. Let's just blame it on Mercury retrograde. And hopefully you still enjoyed this video. If you aren't subscribed yet, it would be great if you could do so and support me, small creators that we are. We really have to fight to be seen on here. A thumbs up also always helps. And maybe leave a comment. Tell me if you've used any of the products that I've emptied and what you think of them. And I do skincare and K-beauty content every week here on YouTube. I also have a blog. I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere except TikTok. I'm still not on TikTok because it scares me, to be honest. It seems very young. I don't know how I would fit in. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope to see you again next week with maybe less chaos in my life and my flat. And until then, please take care.